Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free, impartial advice on all your debt.
This is AHMED for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm very tired, so is Gareth Davies. A long night, of course, again, as we saw Kell Brook'S unfortunately knocked out against Terence Crawford. Your assessments on the fight, Gareth?
Well, he was knocked sideways, really, I would say, and senses gone by a punch he didn't see coming. It was a very clever angled punch. It was the right hook come chop, very short punch with all the torque, and he just had his body position in the right place, didn't he, Crawford? And he turned Kell. But I also think that, you know, it might have been a signal that the weight cut does affect Kell in a really big way. Excuse me. Before that, he boxed brilliantly, doing all the things we know he does well against Terence Crawford, controlling the range, controlling the distance between them, great timing. You could argue that he won the first 3 rounds. A lot of people think he didn't win the 3rd round, but it makes no difference now. Third round was close, but he won the first 2. I think he had Crawford's respect. Crawford's face was quite marked up, and Crawford realised he needed to go to work and cause damage. At 34, I don't know if there's big nights like that left for Kell. I think all the talk, you'll have spoken to him, all the talk in the build-up, UMAR, he put everything into this. Said he was going to put 1,000% of his heart and his mind and his soul into the fight. He came up against the better man on the night. I think he came up against a guy who is going to go down as very special. Not just a special K, but a special knockout artist in Terence Crawford. He's proving over and over again that he's just a special guy from Omaha, Nebraska. You know, it was disappointing because it was fascinating if it had gone 6, 7, 8 rounds. But I always thought that Terence Crawford would win this fight, even though my heart, having known Kell a long time, was hoping for him that he could pull off one of the most spectacular knockouts or victories abroad since, you know, Lloyd Hunnigan, Donald Curry, you know, 1985. I know Lloyd really well. He's a brilliant character. Hunnigan was 25-0 and considered the number 1 pound for pound at the time. You know, Tyson Fury abroad, or Kell's, even Kell's victory over Sean Porter 6 years ago. But it wasn't to be. But it was nice to see the 2 men together and very respectful afterwards as well. I don't know if you agree or disagree with some or all or most of that.
Agree with all of it, Gareth. You said Kell hasn't really, you believe, got the big nights left in him, and we know Kell's someone. For him to train properly like he did for this fight and be in the gym, he needs that big fight. So are you saying that's the end of the road completely for him, Gareth?
Well, I can't make that choice. I mean, but obviously, but all I'm saying is I think he'll think very carefully about fighting again. It may be the last chance at world title level. Bob Arum really talked him up. Obviously, Kell isn't with Eddie Hearn on this one. I don't know whether he's created good relationships with Bob Arum, who will use him on an undercard in America. That's potentially the case as a hired gun. I spoke to Bob myself, and he really likes Kell. He came on TalkSport on Saturday night, was really, you know, singing his praises. But he's a promoter. So, you know, we need a degree of realism there. But ultimately, you know, I think the fight with Golovkin took a lot out of him. The 2 orbital sockets damage took a lot out of him. You know, he may argue when he looks at it, look, I was hit by a punch I didn't see coming from a very, very fine boxer. I've maybe got 1 more left in me. You never know. The old Amir Khan chestnut might come forward. You never know. They've got something in common now, haven't they? They've both been stopped by Terence Crawford. And Khan can say, what was it? Was 1 round earlier or 2 rounds earlier for Kell?
He went
6.
7, didn't he, Amir?
Maybe, yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know it. It's the morning after the night before for me. So however Kell's feeling now, I don't know. I mean, you know, you know, maybe as a rematch with Sean Porter or something. I don't know, but it's difficult to know. I mean, I've seen Kell a few times recently, and he seems very happy, and I think he's enjoying training and boxing. And if he wants to stay fit and mentally well in that sense for a while, then great. I think his faculties are all there. It wasn't, though, as if he took tons of punishment last night. He got hit by a really good shot, flurry of scything hooks and uppercuts, 8, 9, 10 punches, and it was over. So, you know, maybe there is one, you know, and he is only 34, so maybe there is 1 or 2 left. But if it was me, I would say it's close to the end.
And in terms of Terence Crawford, we've been hearing Manny Pacquiao. Hopefully, the winner of Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. Also, I put out last night, if Josh Taylor can beat Jose Ramirez, become undisputed, I would love to see him go up to 47 and take on Crawford. Both top-ranked guys as well, Taylor and Crawford.
Yeah, I mean, the winner of Ramirez and Crawford is a good fight. The Ramirez and Campbell and Taylor is I really am struggling this morning. The winner of Ramirez and Taylor is a great opponent for Terence Crawford. But they're going to be having the uphill bit because he already proved it at that level. You know, look what he did against, was it Julius Ndongo was one of them? Really big, awkward light welterweight. I think it was light welter, wasn't it? Like, who gave everyone else issues, just dealt with him. Boom, bang, boosh. 2 rounds, wasn't it?
First round, wasn't it, Ndonga?
It was first round. Yeah, it was. I just remember it being devastating, you know. And then I thought, oh, Ndongo's going to be awkward for half a fight at least. So, you know, it's that. But, you know, it'd be nice to Taylor's definitely a talent, and I think that's what you're hinting at. If Taylor can get through Ramirez, it's a great fight for us in Britain if he takes on Terence Crawford. I agree. You know, and then Crawford can, you know, he's become the Brit, the Brit basher then, isn't he? He'll be going for his 4th Brit at that point.
Ricky, Amir, Kell, and
yeah. So, you know, there's mileage in that, isn't there? You know.
But I think that if you asked all boxing fans, if Errol Spence can come through Danny Garcia, that Crawford Spence one is a mega fight. That's how you put it. It's a mega fight.
I've got it down as a split draw. Yeah.
Really?
You know, I can't separate them. I just need to see the fight. We've got to see that fight. That's as important as Fury and Joshua, actually, that fight.
Well, I guess it depends a lot on Spence's performance after this car crash against Danny Garcia. Yeah.
It does, but I mean, there have been question marks about that. But I'm kind of saying that notwithstanding the car crash, and you know, some different videos I've seen where he was a bit slurred at ringside on one interview, and you know, there were concerns about him, weren't there? Is he fully recovered? But it's still a very enticing bout. I probably shade towards Crawford now, actually, given what he keeps consistently doing, and obviously he's more active. So,
okay, listen, Gareth, that was all for today. Thanks very much, Songs IFL TV. Go on.
Can I just say as well about the VAR system? I don't know if you're going to talk to someone else about that, but Andrew Moloney against Joshua Franco. Moloney, away from the family 5 months, living in America during COVID, wants to try and win his WBA Superfly title back, isn't it? And he legitimately catches Franco with maybe a little bit of the stitching or whatever from the thumb of his glove. Not deliberately, it was a punch. And they have the VAR system there with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. And this impacted on the Brook Crawford fight as well, to be honest, because they had to sit in the dressing room 30 minutes while they went over this, which I don't think helped either man, frankly. How is it that people can look at a video system over and over and over again on the phone, getting the trucks to replay just 6 minutes of boxing, and it takes 25 minutes to make the wrong decision that it was an accidental headbutt? And because we watched the whole process, I just don't understand it. Now I know what all that hullabaloo is, because I don't watch football, is when I see it at 9 o'clock at night where Twitter's blowing up over the latest VAR decision. UMAR, tell me, people monitor that in slow-mo, not judging a fight in the moment, where you can easily kind of be erroneous and, you know, sway one way. How can they do that for so long and then make the wrong decision?
Well, you mentioned the Premier League. It is bad, but that last night, what we saw in Las Vegas, makes the Premier League VAR system look incredible. I mean, that.
Yeah.
I mean, so many casual boxing fans as well, live on ESPN, would have turned that off, wouldn't they, Gareth, before the main event?
Definitely, because they'd have gone, well, boxing's definitely got its finger in here because it's obvious that should have happened. So, someone's paid for that guy to win, but they haven't. But it's incompetence again. And the point is, what it showed last night is, if you can't get that system right doing that, there's no point having a system. Just have a rematch, which they'll probably do anyway. But
I hope for Maloney's sake, you'd hope so.
Oh yeah, he's got to have one. You know, he's Aram's fighter, isn't he? It was Aram's card, but it beggared belief. It absolutely beggared belief. And you know, for us over here, and also for the momentum of the show, Crawford and Brook were going to be in the ring at 4:30 a.m. and in the end, it was just after 5, wasn't it? Which
that's why we're like this at the moment.
Yeah, but it was inconsiderate to the main event as well to do that.
Oh,
you know,
oh.
Why didn't they say, this is how it stands for now. We're going to go back and we're going to review it on Monday, and a decision will be given. It didn't make any material difference in the moment.
Mm.
And what you had was you watched incompetence for 30 minutes, streamed live on a pay-per-view event. I don't remember signing up, paying for to watch incompetence. You know?
Mm.
Hello. I want my money back.
Well, the sport of boxing.
I haven't had enough sleep.
What?
I haven't had enough sleep.
I don't think a lot of us have. Listen, Gareth, I'll let you get on with your day. I know you've got a busy day, so thanks also to IFL TV, and we'll catch up soon. God bless.
Pleasure, mate. See you later. Cheers.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.